So I'm Ned, more known as Ned. I'm the co-owner of MetropolisVisual. So it's a story-first video production company that's been established in 2016. We promote businesses, construction projects, and schools, and we work all over UK and Europe. So these are more famous brands that we work on. Let me tell you where it all started. So it started 25 years ago when I made friends with Thomas, my business partner, and at school. So at school it was all fun times. We had great fun, actually, to the level where we didn't have time to learn. So we barely made through the exams, and I've set myself a goal to be the first one from the family to study in uni. Well, obviously I failed. I didn't get into the uni because of the bad grades we had. And but on the first day of the uni, I went to speak with the dean, and I made him a promise that I'll do my best. So he gave me a shot. So I've graduated in top 3. The other 2 guys were, I mean, geniuses, so I stood no chance. But I was the only one who got engineering job. So I designed 13 buildings, and they all got built. Still standing. So it's all good. So 2009, the Great Recession was in full swing. In 2010, I started masters. Economy was really bad. All the construction was down. I was the engineer. So I phoned Thomas. He made a smart choice to move to UK 4 years ago. So he got me a job in his restaurant. So here we come. I didn't even dream to open my own studio in London. So yeah, that's where I started. So these are photographs been taken with an infrared camera, and I won award with those. Yeah, that's St. Paul's Cathedral and London Eye. Okay, getting there. So I started learning the shaping the light and all that. So did the news photography for a while, and that was a good litmus test for my partners, as I had quite a few partners down the line, and they all said, no, you can't do that. They're not going to support my vision, my creative journey. And I found one who said yes, and I've been sold. So soon after, we created a family, and then since then I've got that support from the family. So they are all on the same journey, because how can I do that without support? I had to step up to man up, and then I got myself a job in London Underground, so I could work nights, and in daytimes I was assisting famous photographers in London big studios. So as you can see, I was kind of teaching, doing some side works. I'm always in the photography, I was trying, learning, and I was learning from the best. We've done lots of, I was part of lots of photo shoots for famous magazines. Come on, slide. So I've been featured in all of those magazines. So there's some of the evidence. And so I've learned editorial work, fashion, all that. So yeah, I started practicing that myself. And features were as an assistant, not as a photographer, but I mean, it still counts. So I got that know-how, and I started practicing. So did the editorial fashion work on my own, and got certified by Phase 1 company. So that's like those high-end photo cameras that cost like a car, like 60-70 grand. So that enabled me to work in studios and run the studios to help those high-end photographers. But again, I started doing photo shoots at home, and learning as much as I can. I was developing my voice and style. Started experimenting, and then with the time I was taking more and more paid job. So I shot for clothing brands. I did headshots, personal photo shoots, lots of things, family occasions, and everything. So I was literally just finding my foot in the industry. And I was planning, because I was getting more paid jobs, so I was planning to go onto a full-time basis purely to the photography. Also I had a dream to live in Canary Wharf. I used to go there, and it was just like, I would like to do something in here. I don't know, I'm not, economist, I'm not going to be in there. And I was researching the prices in Canary Wharf, and I came across one ad on Gumtree, 30 days old. And it was offering a job as a luxury real estate agency. I mean, that already sounds like a scam, like Gumtree, 30 days old. But I had the portfolio pieces, so I said, well, I have nothing to lose. I applied for it, I got a trial, I failed, It took me twice as long to finish the task. I called them, but they still wanted me to finish it off. I've submitted the work. The next day I've got a meeting with the CEO and I got the job. So apparently I learned after that it was over 300 applications for the job and 70 photographers, over 70 photographers that came for trial, and I was the one that got picked up. And there was not mine. It was work ethics that got me there, quality and persistence. So that's how I got it. So I've done my share bit of properties. I've shot over 600 of those. Yeah, got to the point, did my reps. Got to the point where I felt like I can do that on my own. I've got the skills, I developed structure, and I called. I knew lots of salespeople because the duo cannot be a seller. So I knew lots of salespeople, but I found the one that I could trust my life with, which was Thomas. And so he said yes, and we made a baby in the Metropolis studio. I was working with this project. It's called Metropolis, so that kind of stemmed from the name from that. So I started working with restaurants because Thomas has got lots of connections in restaurants in that kind of hospitality industry. With our work, we quickly to realize that video is the way to move forward. Now we're doing 95% of the videos, but still get to do some construction works, architecture, something that is my passion personally. We get to travel a lot, all over the place. We meet lots of interesting, beautiful people, and main thing is we get to tell their stories. That's what we are that's a gift for us. So it was very interesting preparing for the slideshow to look back at the life, because I've never done that before, and connecting dots it's easy when we look backwards. It's now easy to looking forward. So, but I guess opportunities come in life. You just need to be ready for them. So just doing everything as much as you can and preparing for those opportunities. And that's what took us here, and it's going to take us even further. So thank you very much for the time. Appreciate it.